Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Toy Addict 26 here, back again, and today I'm taking a look at the brand new The Avengers Loki 1/6 scale figure by Hot Toys. God of Mischief has arrived to bring chaos and destruction to your 1/6 scale collection, but with the Avengers team almost fully assembled, Loki will have to call upon his army to help him win this battle. Just like all the other previous 1/6 scale Avengers Hot Toys figures, Loki comes in a one color solid box with an oversized image of the character at the front and his name emblazoned on the top portion of the box. The figure comes packaged very neatly and carefully in multiple layers of plastic sheets and plastic clamshells to protect each individual piece and the figure itself from damage during transit. The clamshells are separated into three different layers. The first layer consists of the figure and all his accessories. The second layer consists of the two different size scepters and display base. And the third and lower layer, which features the cape and instructions on how to assemble the figure's several components. Alright, so let's dive right into this bad boy and take a look at all the awesome accessories that this new Loki 1/6 scale figure includes. We're going to start things off looking at all the multiple hands. Loki brings quite a few different hands in different poses, specific for certain types of display. We'll start off with the mouth muzzle piece, which is included with this figure. This muzzle piece is based on the end sequence of the Avengers film when Thor is about to take his brother back to Asgard as a prisoner, and this mouth muzzle is on his mouth. You've got these really awesome ornate daggers. Of course, you know, one of these was used to stab Thor on the side connivingly by his evil brother. And these daggers are very nice. They're very well sculpted, very detailed, and a really nice added bonus with the figure. The figure also includes really amazing shackles. The shackles are held together by a nice tight metal chain, which has a very nice unique link design to it. The shackles don't seem to, you're not really able to open them. As I tried, finding a little, part here where they would snap open, but it seems like you just basically disattach the hand from the wrist and place these things around the forearm. Now let's take a look at the helmet. Loki's helmet is composed of two parts, and the helmet is sculpted very nice. This is very movie accurate. The folks at Hot Toys did an amazing job in sculpting this in a three-dimensional form in 1/6 scale, and it looks fantastic. The paint apps give it a nice weathered look, while at the same time it's very regal and very shiny. There is a lot of wear on it, which shows that this helmet has been through some battles, that it's not brand new. Let's take a look at how you place Loki's helmet on his head. You basically disattach the two pieces. You have the lower portion, which basically slides up over Loki's head. You have to be very careful. You slightly pull it apart with a little bit of pressure with both thumbs. Push it down until it goes past his ears. And just bring down this lower portion of the helmet down till you see the two lower pieces touch the sides of his mouth. Then you just simply place the upper portion and it joins on the sides. Just make sure that everything falls into place. And there you go. It's pretty easy to assemble and it stays firmly in place. It would have been great if they added a magnet to this so the helmet wouldn't come loose when you pose the figure around, which tends to happen with this figure. But regardless of that, it looks great on Loki's head. It looks amazing. This is an awesome helmet. As you can see here, you got to kind of play with it a little bit and make sure you get everything lines up properly. Now let's just go through the disassembly process. You pretty much remove the upper portion and you add a little pressure here with both. It works better if you put your thumb in the back. And now we have the fully exposed Loki head. I think the folks at Hot Toys have done a fantastic job with this figure. The original prototype had a slightly different gesture in the mouth. This time he has kind of like a smartass kind of smile, almost like a very slight smile. But I think the folks at Hot Toys did an amazing job capturing this thing and bringing it to life in 1/6 scale. I mean, it really looks like the actor that portrays Loki in the film, Tom Hiddleston. It basically looks like you're looking at Tom Hiddleston here. The textures on the skin, the way they paint the hairline, the eyes. I mean, this thing looks like it's just real. Now, the assembly of the cape is a little tricky. It works similar to the Batman DX figure. You simply slide these two clips down these slots on the sides of opposite shoulders. And once you have the cape fully applied to the armor, this is what you have. You have this really awesome, regal looking Lord, God of Mischief in all his glory in 1/6 scale. I am truly impressed with the way this 1/6 scale Loki has come out. And let's take a look at the different scepters. Loki comes with an oversized, fully extended scepter, which is incredibly detailed. The handle is painted in several different hues of gold and bronze to really bring out that detail. Even the stone here that is basically used from the Tesseract, it's made of a clear blue, and if you look very closely, there are like cracks sculpted into it, which make it kind of resemble like there's some energy coursing through that stone to power up the scepter. Here's a real quick comparison of the two scepters. As you can see, the longer one has a different position on the blade, and it slightly looks different. We're going to go ahead and take a look now at this amazing costume in 1/6 scale for Loki. I think they did just a fantastic job with the tailoring of this costume. I mean, this thing is so elaborate. Hot Toys went Liberace, and they put all this bling on this Loki figure. I mean, this sash right here in the gold and the bronze. You got these gold rivets that go along the edges of the jacket here, all along the collar. This looks amazing. It really brings out, it causes a lot of spark to the costume. I mean, it just looks amazing. All the incredible sculpted details, like in the forearm gauntlets here, on the fabric, you can see how there's separations, and there's like red metallics, and there's like forest green underneath. Here you've got these golden kind of like hand guards that go over each hand. I mean, this thing is just fantastic, and it looks so much like the movie. I mean, this is one of the most movie accurate villains that I have seen from Hot Toys released to date. Now we take a look at the boots. One thing that I really like is the fact that Hot Toys has gone ahead and taken this to the other level when it comes to boots. Similar to what they did with Thor, they did the same thing with Loki. They separated the boot into two components. You have the upper portion, which is from the ankle up, and then you have the actual foot, which is a separate piece that's on a ball socket. What this does is it allows for a wide range of movement on the feet, and it allows you to achieve a lot more stability on the figure when displaying this piece. I mean, I think this is a very important thing because with Hawkeye and Captain America, you had the one solid boot, which caused a lot of issues when standing the figure on its own without a display stand. So I'm really, really happy that Hot Toys went out of the way to do the new engineering with the two component part boot on these figures. You got these straps here, these pieces of cloth that hang from the coat, which look amazing. The cape looks fantastic, and I mean, overall, just the detail, like I mentioned before, these little golden rivets on the edge of the costume just look amazing. And I mean, this thing just blows my mind how beautiful it looks. The costume is just so regal. It looks, it looks like it's like a Versace type of villain costume. I mean, this thing is really, really badass. We'll take a quick look at the back of the hair here. The hair is made up of different components, and here we look at a bit of the back of the costume. It looks like a black type of leather-like material, really nice with these straps hanging down and the gold components on it. Now let's take a look at the articulation. The articulation is very versatile on this figure. I mean, you've got a true type body, which has a wide range of movement. Now, unfortunately, of course, because of the garment, the arms cannot go up much farther than the shoulder. So you can't really raise the hand way up with the scepter because you would tear the fabric on the sleeves of the coat here, of the costume. The head is on a full ball socket, so you can angle the neck and head in whichever way you'd like. The cape is incredibly detailed, and it works really well here on the shoulders. But one thing I want to point out is the fact that you got to be really careful when you turn Loki's head around, because you have these parts of the hair which can get caught on the fabric, and with time that may cause some issues and start ripping the thread off the edge of the cape. So be very careful when you're moving the head around, especially around the edges of the cape. Now the figure does have an ab crunch, and the legs are very posable. I mean, you can extend the leg fully upwards. He has a ball joint at the ankle, ball joint at the knee, swivel hinge at the legs, the thighs. You can do a full split with the figure, and overall this thing just looks fantastic. In person, it's an amazing Hot Toys 1/6 scale piece. With its amazing lifelike head portrait, masterfully crafted wardrobe, and intricately detailed film-accurate accessories, this figure is undoubtedly the most impressive Marvel movie villain in 6 scale released to date, and it's an absolute must-have for Marvel collectors. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the toy aisles.